Good morning from Court Helicopter News. The President ascended to laws that have brought a lot of issues. Among the most controversial law is the National Land Commission Act, Bill of 2023, that was assented by the President the date the right Prime Minister Raila Odinga died. Was it a gift to landowners, or was it not a gift to the landowners? The National Land Commission Act provided for that it would, under the Constitution, it was only to look at historical injustice that spanned 5 years before the enactment of the law. Now, this act has now given the National Land Commission Act to look at historical injustices going back from 1895 to the year 2010. So those injustices that are historical, that were occasioned by the colonialists, that were occasioned by the freedom, during the freedom fighting, that time tribal issues, for example, you will get some people, the chiefs who at that time negotiated and took people to certain regions. Now the law has allowed the National Land Commission to deal with that, not to be limited to 5 years. What are these historical injustices that we are talking about for the benefit of Court Helicopter? It says in Part C, it says, for the purpose of this section, a historical land injustice means a grievance which A, was occasioned by a violation of a right in land on the basis of any law, policy, declaration, administrative practice, treaty, or agreement. If any of your land was affected by these conditions, we have said the first condition is either the law was made that displaced you from the ground, a policy by government was brought in place that discriminated you, a declaration by the governor, a declaration by the colonial government, an administrative practice by the paramount chiefs those days, a treaty or an agreement, that land falls under historical injustices. Number two, the second historical injustice is that one that resulted in displacement from their habitual place of residence. The nomads will move from one place to another. So when you move from one place to another, some people come and settle there. For example, did the Luos move to go and look for fish? Then somebody came and occupied their land. Did the Maasais move with their cattle to go and graze? Somebody came and occupied their land. Did the Kisis migrate to the mountains to go and look for fresh air? Then they found people have captured that area. Did the Kambas migrate to go and get the art carvings? They found out people have invaded that area. That is a historical injustice under Section B. 3. That injustice must have occurred between 15th June 1895, when Kenya became a protectorate under the British East African Protectorate, and the 27th day of August 2010, when the Kenyan Constitution was promulgated. So you are not going to bring a historical injustice that was there before the 15th of June 1895, or any historical injustice that occurred 2011, 2012, 2013, when the Constitution of Kenya was present. Mark the timelines. D. It must has that grievance has not been sufficiently resolved and it subsists up to the period specified. So that problem you must prove that it is there up to date. E, it meets the criteria set out above. Then the law continues to say that once this has been proved, what does the National Land Commission, what are the powers it can give? What remedies can you go to the National Land Commission to get? Section 9 provides that one, the commission can order for restitution. Restitution is to return to you what was taken from you. Remember, if the land was taken, the land commission can order you go back. Two, it can order compensation if it is impossible to restore the land. So you can be compensated monetary-wise for those that have historical injustices. Three, the commission can order resettlement on an alternative land. So the land that you can't be returned there, the commission can take you to another land for you to be resettled there. D, the commission can order rehabilitation through provision of social infrastructure. Here, the commission can say, because we cannot take you back to that land, we can order the person who has done this to build a school, to build a road, to build a hospital, to build a nursery school, to build a church. So that can be the compensation the community can find. For example, land in Kwale, land in Kilifi, land in coastal regions, land in the Maasai community where there was historical injustices. Make sure you listen to Court Helicopter, go and claim your historical injustice at the National Land Commission. You'll get roads, you'll get dams, you'll get water, you'll get electricity, you'll get schools being compensated. E, the commission can order an affirmative action program for the marginalized groups and communities. An affirmative action program is a positive discrimination where you are given better opportunities as compared to the others. You are given something more than the other members of the country. For example, girls get an affirmative action by them getting a lower grade entry point to the university as compared to the boy child. F, the commission can create way leaves and easements. A way leave and an easement is part of compensation where the commission can compensate you. G, the commission can order for revocation and the reallocation of the land. So don't worry that somebody has a title deed. Don't worry that anything has been built. The commission has power to revoke the title deed. The commission has power to order the reallocation of that land. H, the commission can order for revocation of an official declaration in respect of a public land and reallocate that land. I, the commission can order that property to be sold and the proceeds to be shared to the aggrieved community members. So don't say the Maasais, the Mijikendas, the Ndorobos, the Tugens, those ones who have been affected by historical injustices at the Kaya in the coast. Listen, the property of those who grabbed your land can be sold and you'll be allocated the proceeds. J, the commission can order to refund a bona fide third purchaser after valuation, or if you have bought land, and many Kenyans have bought land in those areas, you are called a bona fide purchaser for value. What does that mean? You bought without knowing that this was land out of a historical injustice. The commission will order you to be compensated. You will not lose any of your money. So go back to the National Land Commission for that. Lastly, the commission can issue a declaration to preserve and including injunctions to stop anybody from accessing the land or from moving a lot. What have we learned from this amendment, this act that the president assented to? It is empowering those who were marginalized to go back to the National Land Commission. Remember, the National Land Commission is a constitutional office. The commissioners serve for a maximum of 6 years. The first team of the commissioners have exited. We have a recruitment going on for the second batch of the commissioners for the National Land Commission. Keep watching, keep following Court Helicopter News. It will always keep you updated. Latest development in the legal sector, from court, from the explainers. We shall be teaching you what the law says. Stop listening to what people talk about there. Tune to Court Helicopter News. You'll get an in-depth analysis of the provisions of the law as they unfold. Thank you, Wakili Danstan Omari.